G'day guys, we're Dom and Jesso. We just spent the last 6 months building this van from scratch and we're ready to hit the road again.
Yep, so this is a 2016 Ford Transit, high roof, long wheelbase.
Let's show you our van and we hope that you guys love it as much as we do. Let's go! Alrighty, so starting on this side of the kitchen, we have our backsplash, which is made from ceramic tiles. We just got these at Bunnings. They're literally like the cheapest tiles that you can get. They were 90 cents a square. So I think in total we used almost 50 squares, maybe like 45. So $45 for the tiles, which is like super cheap. They just blend in. They don't stand out. They're not an in-your-face feature. It kind of goes with the wall colour as well, which is a bit of an off-white porcelain colour. We tiled and grouted those ourselves and we're really happy. We decided to go 3 high and the same all the way along. Obviously underneath the window box here we just have 1 line, but we think that it just goes and it looks really natural. This is the star of the show. Now this is our Thetford Triplex MK3. So it's a 3-burner gas stove and it also is an oven and grill. Look at this. The oven and grill. We haven't done any baking yet, but I really want to bake some brownies and I just know we're gonna use that heaps. Like, we love an oven cooked meal. I'm very, very happy with that. We got this one from Caravan RV Camping. So far, so good.
Alright, so this is our custom made bench top from Bunnings that we picked up. Kookaburra is bloody loud out here. I had to make it to fit our sink, so we went with a east-west sink to maximise our bench space. Undermounted the sink so we could still utilise this as extra bench space, so it fits in like that. The other side doubles as a chopping board, so you can just sit it on there and cut up your veggies. But it's a nice deep sink, so plenty of room for your dishes. This is our tap. It's a faucet, I think they call it. So got a couple of settings, so that's really handy while you're cleaning your dishes. I had to cut out a space for the oven to fit in, so it fit in flush with the bench top. But yeah, I quite like it. I think it came out pretty good. I think this was the Acacia Golden, but we sanded it back, so we ended up sanding this with the light oak, which gave it its rich orange colour.
Alrighty guys, so back to appliances. We have a Bushman's 85 litre fridge freezer. We are really, really happy with this so far. Fits so much food. We'd say it can fit at least a week's worth of food for us anyway. This is it. So, unfortunately I haven't cleaned it for you guys, but we've got heaps of storage. We've got, a few racks. I think there's another rack as well, but I took that one out. This area underneath here, heaps of space to fit your sauces and your drinks. And we also have a little freezer up the top. We've got some pizza and some ice pops in there. And yeah, that's it. Just a good little fridge that tucks away and sits flush with the rest of our kitchen stuff. In here we have all of our utensils. Oh, that's not supposed to be in there. Knives and forks and kitchen gear. And Jesse's favourite feature and little special feature is these space saving drawers. So we can fit in more of our other kitchen gear and it's very, very handy and it saves us room and space.
I've tried to maximise as much space as possible in this van. I knew how limited we were with space. We wanted a big enough fridge to be able to hold about a week's worth of food. Plus we've got a big dog, so we've got her food that we carry around as well. Dom really wanted an oven.
You did?
Yeah, I was pretty keen on the oven idea as well. So I've literally tried to count for every millimetre in this van. I like the idea of like having the cutlery on top of the bowls, because usually, you have your bowls and plates stacked up, but then you've got a lot of airspace on top of it. And a lot of people, they'll make like half drawers that just slide from front to back. I had a good idea of cutting the back off so you could literally have 2 drawers in one, so it opens all the way up so you can access all the stuff from underneath as well. Yeah, it's come out really well.
Thank you. This is our table. Dining table, our workspace table, our coffee table, our everything. It's actually the offcut from the kitchen bench that we got from Bunnings. Literally went chop down the end of there and we made this. So in this drawer, it is also another space saver. A little bit messy, but it's supposed to be filled with Tupperware containers. And underneath, we've got pots and pans and our Bellman coffee machine. This one is actually a fake one. Because our sink is undermounted, That's actually where the underneath of the sink sits. So we just created a fake drawer just to sit in there to look like a real drawer, you know? This drawer filled with bits and bobs like dishwashing liquid, sponges, oven mitt, tea towels, fire lighter, all that kind of stuff. And final drawer, we have our bins, we have a recycling and just general rubbish.
Alright, so these are our windows. They're Eurovision 2 from Aussie Traveller, and we got them from Caravan RV Camping. So they're really good. You just flick them open, and they got 2 settings. Lets in a bit of airflow. The reason we like these ones was because they come with a built-in bug net. You can do it up and it's a blackout blind. It's also got foil on the other side so it reflects the heat, so it's good for insulation. The windows themselves, they're acrylic, but they're also tinted, so when you have it closed during the day, oh, that fly just stuck in. Yeah, it's like blackout, you can't see in. Works really well for like ventilation when you're cooking, so you get a nice airflow coming in here, and then you turn the fan on to go out and that just sucks the air out there, so when you're cooking or anything like that, it sucks it out, which is really good. I framed it out with this timber called Moranti. It's really nice. It's kind of the ongoing theme with this van. Yeah, stained it with a nice walnut, and yeah, I think come up looking pretty schmick, to be honest.
This is the final part of the kitchen area. We have our 2 overhead cabinets, which is our pantry storage. Both of those are on gas struts, so they'll stay open when we want to go in there. To be honest, we're probably going to have to come up with a little bit better organisation. I mean, we can access everything, and because they're in these plastic boxes, nothing comes flying out when we drive or open it, which is really great. We are trying to be more organised. That is 2025
We're trying
goal.
to be organised people in 2025.
It's one of our pantry, and just another one where we are getting a bit organised. Look, we've got rice in that one, pasta in the back one, coffee beans, like, we're getting somewhere. That is our kitchen. Okay, moving on.
So moving on to our seating area, I'll start off in this cupboard. So this is our electrical cabinet. You can see this is our battery monitor from Simmarine. So this shows all our freshwater and grey water levels, which is really handy. The temperature range of our electrical cabinet. So the electrical cabinet's actually just down below the seat there. And then this is just like the home screen. So it's got our battery percentage, time, and then this goes in a bit more detail. So you can see here the lights at the moment, because we've got all the lights on, so we're using close to 5 amps. The inverter's on as well, so we're using a fair bit at the moment. This is our inverter, which we can power on and off from here. Our switch panel for all our appliances. That's our water heater, which we can turn on. So just flick that on, and then we have instant hot water. So really handy, having hot showers, washing up with hot water. Don't have to boil water. Such a good time saver. Yeah, absolute game changer in this van. So I'll show you this seat. So yeah, this is my seat. I can sit down, do my work, eat my dinner. But yeah, so really easy, just comes off. So basically I've put in a little instant flap here to access the kill switches. You've got 2 kill switches for the battery and the starter battery, because we're connected to the alternator as well. So that's just a real quick, easy access flap. You take this off, and then you have access to our battery, 200 amp hour lithium battery from Enerdrive, so holds plenty of power for us. Yeah, we've had plenty of power this whole time, so really happy with this setup. This flap comes off, yeah, it just sits in there, and then you can access the whole electrical system from there. This whole system is actually available online at Caravan RV Camping, so go check them out online if you're interested in this setup. So with Enerdrive, they do a lot of power distribution modules. Like they'll do like a pre-setup. You can buy them already wired together. This one was a good one for us because it separated the main power distribution. They just sent us separately the DC to DC, the inverter, and the battery and that. So I could like customize it to fit how I wanted behind there. Super easy, just plug it all in. Down under here is our hot water system. We don't really need to access that, but it's there if we need. Alright, so in this drawer is our charging drawer, and this just holds all of our electrics. Got some extra power points here to charge laptops and that. And then just all our USBs, just charge our camera batteries, drones, speakers, microphones, you name it. again, just to tuck it away, out of sight, out of mind. I'm trying to be organised this year.
So at the end of the bed, we have this little inset box. We just made this into our little plant place, I guess. I do want more plants that I do eventually over time want to spread throughout the van just to make it more like foresty vibes. But yeah, so far we really like this. But I actually made this the other day and I thought it was a good idea. So because we filled up this wine bottle with water, I made these little clips so that when we're driving, it's not going to fall out. And it's screwed into the wall there. So I can literally just like lock it on, clip it in. If he does wiggle a little bit, he's not going to spill onto the electricals. So yeah, I really love that little area. Here we have our sofa, one of my favourite spots to chill. We made this beautiful, detailed, curved sofa. Again, this is some of Jess's amazing work. He was able to bend the wood and curve it around. Like, we thought it was going to snap and it didn't. Honestly, it came out so well. A few days ago, we got around to finishing the final detail, which was cutting down these Meranti strips, staining them and nailing them in. And we are absolutely obsessed with how it turned out. So yeah, that's our curved couch.
So I'll continue on with the sofa. So under here we actually store our toilet. This is a 10-litre water toilet from Wanderer. Just do your business. Nice and comfy. I've cut the top lip off so it actually sits lower than your knees, so your back of your legs don't touch that.
That's pretty much it for the toilet.
Yeah. And then down this area, we've actually put all these cushions on Velcro. I think that's the only one that we actually stick there. We've got some storage under here. Unfortunately, that handle hits that. That's kind of the only bit of a downfall. But so under here, we just put our dirty laundry. My surfboards take up most of the space under there. I've got another flap. This is my fuse box for all the lights that we've got in the van. So it's just an access flap for that. And then here we've just got a drawer, bit of a junk drawer. We've got hair curlers, camera lenses that we don't really use, photo frames, ponchos, got hats, we got shampoo, another camera microphone, a knee brace because my knees are I'm getting old, my knees are hurting. We got lots of doggy bags, we got hair bands, we got camera, light, chargers, wires, razors. It's just a junk drawer. Well, the thing is,
Here we go. Off on a tangent again.
Yeah, well the thing is, we figured out from the last van that there's always a junk space, and in the last van it was the little bench top that we had. In between our cooker and our pantry, it was just a flat bit of space and it turned into the junk space. So we made this drawer to be the junk space. At least then it's all tucked away and it can just be chucked in. Out of sight, out of mind. So realistically, we can probably just chuck all this shit out because we don't need it. Alright, so this is probably one of my favourite parts of the van. Not because it has much to do with me, but more so because it reduces a little headache that I get from someone. So let's see what's inside. So in here, I've built a little bathroom cabinet. So it holds our little toothbrushes. I've also drilled some holes so they sit down in there. But the best bit is Dom's hairbrush holder. This thing goes missing about 50 times a day. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't even think she brushes her hair that many times a day. But she's constantly looking for this thing. It just disappears randomly. Oh, I said to Dom, you know what? In the new van, I am specifically building you your own hairbrush holder so it can never ever get lost.
To be honest, I actually love it. I love it being there every day. The amount of times I would lose that thing in the old van. Like, don't even brush my hair that much, but when I did want it, I could never find it. So then I wouldn't brush my hair, if that makes sense. So anyway, it was just a repeated cycle of just chaos. Welcome to our bedroom. This is our bed. It's actually about a queen size bed. And it's a fixed bed, so it means that we don't have to pack it away. It's east-west, so we actually sleep this way instead of that way. And yeah, it's comfortable. Sometimes we do have to get into a bit of like different positions, like stretch the leg out that way if you want to sleep like that. But I mean, if you're sleeping straight, it does work. I've got about that much of a gap above my head as well, so yeah, we're really happy with that. And the fact that we don't have to give up on a comfortable large bed just to live in a van, we thought was really, really great. At night we like a bit of ventilation, keep the space cool because there is 3 of us in here. What we'll do is we'll open our window like that. Oh. Like that. and we'll pull down the bug screen. Just like Jess showed you, it's the same window. I get the blackout blind and I pull it up just a little bit, just so we have a little gap there. Set the Sirocco on, very quiet fan, and it works so well. Like, these fans are incredible. And then we'll put down these blackout blinds. Oh, and we'll have on the roof vent as well, so that'll be like sucking out the air as it's coming in. And yeah, beneath our bed is what we call Choppy Palace. Hey baby, Choppy's bed.
Go to Choppy's bed.
Go on. This is where Chop sleeps. This is her little safe space. It doesn't usually have the light on when she's inside, but it was a bit too dark to show you with it off. And this is where she hangs out when she gets tired after playing outside all day. This van has been built around this princess.
So in here is our clothes storage cabinets. We are quite organised with it. We've got plenty of storage up there. We've organised them with these clothes organisers. So you see they've got little pouches in there. I absolutely love it. Keeps all your clothes nice and tucked away. You can get, sort them out into sections. Super handy. Dom's got all her clothes up here. That's probably one of our biggest changes since the old van. We used to use big plastic tubs for all our clothes. Well, mine was stored right in the middle underneath the bed, so I had to reach in, I had to pull everything out and then climb all the way in just to grab out a shirt. I think I only wore like 1 or 2 shirts for 3 years. So it's nice being able to access all my clothes for once.
And welcome to our bulkhead area. So this is one of our proudest pieces of work. This is our partition wall where we have a sliding door to access the front cab. Just like that, it stays in place because it's on push to lock drawer slides. And yeah, it matches the ceiling and all the other wood that we've chosen in this space. Above the door, we have a little storage, again on a gas strut, so it stays up. And we just keep in here our towels, our beach rugs, backpacks, just like little storage like that, maybe jumpers and stuff. And also our bug nets, which we put up every night on this door, the side and the back door. This is my prized possession. This is, again, the star of the show, the star of van life, the star of our lives. And actually this is a beautiful painting that I got recently when I went over to Thailand. Found a local artist. He painted this portrait of Chop and it was like so incredible. It's like my favourite thing ever. I'll give him a little shout out here. So this is our shoe compartment. So in here we keep all of our boot, shoes and our dustpan and brush, and that way it just keeps them out of the way. As soon as you enter the van, your shoes go in there, shut them away, forget about them.
Alright, so probably our biggest feature of this van, probably some of my proudest work, is this roof. It's a bit of a challenge on trying to figure it out, especially because we've got this curve in the van. Because we got the extra high roof, it actually curves up really high and it's got this big long curve. So to get wood to curve to the curvature of the van was a challenge without spending an absolute fortune. I decided to go with Meranti, which is a hardwood timber, quite a soft hardwood timber, and it's available at Bunnings. So we ended up getting dressed all round pieces from Bunnings, 3 meters in length. They came in 19mm thick pieces and I chopped them in half to get about 8mm thick pieces, which made them flexible enough to curve to the roof. I then rebaited each edge so they would overlap with each other and join in. So basically like a tongue and groove type join, just a bit more simple. And then just sanded it all, and I think I put a slight V groove in on each edge as well, just to give it a nice effect. Came out really well. We put a walnut stain on. I love it. I think it came out really well. We loved it so much that we actually then continued to use Meranti with the door. Again, we loved it so much that we did it with cupboard doors. So we got that one and these side ones, and then loved it so much again that we decided to use it for our dowel strips on the sofa. So again, just bought it from Bunnings and worked it, stripped it down, used the router to route the edges. Yeah, it's super easy to work with, such a good timber. Oh, and the window boxes also made out of Meranti. After doing the roof and being super happy with it, we decided, you know what, let's just continue this theme, just make the whole van out of as much as we could out of Meranti. It took the walnut stain so well. It just highlights all the grain And it's so good. You get all different patterns in it. Yeah, we couldn't be happier with how it came out. Just gives it that old rustic cabin vibe.
Alright, so we're gonna take you around the back of the van now, but I just remembered that the first thing that you actually see when you enter the van is this little area, which is the side of the bulkhead. I designed this using these vinyl mosaic stickers, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. This was just a flat, plain area because it was just painted the same colour as the walls. When you look in the van, it just looks a bit boring, and I was like, you know what, we can do better than that. Let's try something different. So I found these stickers online, stuck them on, and then I used Mod Podge to seal it, and they have been great. They've been up for probably like 3 months now, I'd say, like through 40-degree heat, through rain every now and then, and yeah, they don't seem to lift up. So I think I did 5 layers of that and worked out really well. Let's go around the back.
So welcome to our garage. So Dom was very persistent on making the garage look nice and aesthetic. We've seen a lot of garages on YouTube that weren't very aesthetic. They were very much just thrown together. It was just a space where, I guess, just a junk drawer space. People would just chuck all their shit in. So we didn't want that. We wanted it to be nice and, again, organised, 2025. So yeah, we come up with this. Pretty happy with it. I'll just run through what we've got. Bed up the top, created 2 drawers. One for all my tools. So these are on 90-kilo drawer slides. That houses all my tools, all the stuff to fix the van if we have any problems or, you know, anything like that. This drawer is just some garage stuff. We got random bits, snorkels, hammocks, cables, just random bits and bobs that you'd find in a garage, I guess. This middle section is just a little flat beach towels, my wetsuits, freshwater hose. So it actually goes all the way under our table on the inside. Got an umbrella there, got our tripods. When we get some camp chairs, that's where we'll store our camp chairs. So just a bit of a long storage there, so really handy. And then underneath is our main garage area. So this holds our bulky items. In here we've got all our seasonal clothes. This is our winter box at the moment because we're in summer. Workout gear, straps, resistance bands for when we feel like doing a workout. Dom's got a yoga mat, so when she feels like doing yoga. Paddleboard that we absolutely love. Chop is stored under there too. Dom's got a guitar that she never plays. This guitar has done a lot of travel. It's done what, half a lap?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to complete its full lap, and I think it's only been played maximum 3 times.
Oi, that's not true.
But it's it's freeloading. I've got my surfboard storage under here. So like I was saying before, it goes in through to under the sofa seat. They just get tucked up in there. Super handy. I really wanted the surfboards inside the van this time. In the last van they were stored on the roof. I actually got really sun damaged, so I didn't want that to happen again. So I said to Dom, I'm creating a storage in the van this time for my surfboards, and it all fits quite nicely. We've got a vacuum cleaner in there. We got esky, dog food, dog bed,
dog bowls. She takes up all the space. Yeah. Excuse me? You're lucky we love ya. So finishing off the garage is our shower and our barn doors. These doors on the transits are so cool because basically you can open them all the way like this. Ta-da! And it stays on a magnet. So you can have it wide open. So, you know, if you're in bed and you've got an ocean view over here or anything, forest view like this, you don't have to see the doors. You can have it like full view, which is really nice. We've got our hot water shower. And yeah, this is also connected to our hot water system that we'll show you in a minute. And when we turn it on, we have a few different settings. Shower time, Chop! She doesn't like shower time. We have a few different settings and we get instant hot water, which is A game changer.
We've got our gas storage. For it to pass as a motorhome, you have to follow by the Australian standard rules. And one of the rules is to store your gas on the outside or vented to the outside. We cut a big hole out, inserted this box, and now our gas is safe and vented to the outside. We've also got our hot water system, is also vented to the outside. Again, another big hole inside the van. That was fun to cut. And then here we've got our custom built ladder that I built myself. Quite simple. I just used aluminium for the whole thing and just pop rivet it all together. Pop rivets and silicone. It's what's holding it together, but it's very sturdy.
We're on the roof. We're on the roof. We just need a beer.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. We've got our EnerDrive solar panels and we've got our wooden rooftop deck. I'm just waiting to use it like with a nice beach view with a drink at sunset or something. That would be really, really nice. And I feel like we're going to enjoy this space quite a lot.
Alright, so that's a wrap. That's our van tour complete.
But we hope that you guys enjoyed this video and maybe found some inspiration from our build to yours. We've really enjoyed the challenge over the last 6 months of creating this space from scratch. We're so happy that we can finally now go out on the road and just create more memories.
Just want to say a big shout out to Salty Van Ventures.
Yeah.
Plug his channel down below. I followed his YouTube throughout the whole build. It just made the van build a whole lot easier. So yeah. Thanks, mate.
So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe and be sure to stay tuned because we're going to be creating a lot more travel content now we're back on the road. See you on the next one.